The MTP W950 is the latest release from Lewitt in their never-ending quest for microphone magic. This is marketed as a handheld live microphone, but instead of being a dynamic like most other handheld mics, it's a condenser and can, of course, be used in the studio as well. Featuring a 1-inch true condenser capsule, it offers the same incredible sound that we're familiar with from Lewitt, but in a compact, handheld format, ideal for live performance. And it has a few tricks up its sleeve too. The model number isn't the snappiest or the most memorable we've ever come across, but the MTP W950 is actually a system comprising two parts, the M50 body and the W9 head and capsule. And more on why that's a really useful thing to know a little later on. On unboxing the mic, we're presented with a semi-hard foam-lined case containing the microphone, a clip to put it on a stand with a thread adapter provided, and in the pocket in the lid, the documentation, a couple of Lewitt stickers, a clown's nose that doubles as a foam windshield, a belt for a very skinny person, and a Velcro collar for a gerbil. No XLR cable is provided, but you'll probably have spares of those anyway, and we're generally not fans of the cables that microphone manufacturers often supply, preferring to use our own. The MTP W950 has a look that is unmistakably Lewitt, although slightly more traditional and toned down rather than their usual hyper-modern approach to visual design. Apparently the design team received some feedback that the logo was too large, but I really don't think that's a problem. To us, the design looks great and hits the fine line between looking classy and industrial. The mic itself is super sturdy with an all-metal body and has a confidence-inspiring weight to it. And that, on the surface, is it.
But hang on a minute. This sounds great, and I mean really great, as it should do with a recommended retail price of £689 in the UK, but we know how essential a pad can be in live world, as well as maybe a high-pass filter. Well, on further inspection, it has all of those things, a minus 12 dB pad, a high-pass filter set at 120Hz, and the ability to switch from cardioid to supercardioid to further minimise spill and reduce feedback in a live situation. But cleverly, Lewitt have made these switches singer-proof, and they are cunningly concealed under the basket to avoid accidental changes in settings whilst performing. Thoughtful design, and it only takes seconds to unscrew the whole basket and adjust the settings. Whilst the basket is off, we can see how substantial the build quality of the W9 microphone head is and how nicely damped the capsule is from the body to minimise handling noise. But that's not all. If we unscrew the entire head of the microphone, we can screw it onto a wide range of wireless mic bodies from Shure and Sony, among others, as well as Sennheiser with a compatible adapter. And if that's your plan, you can buy the W9 capsule on its own for £559 in the UK.
One of the irritations of working with some vocalists is that they think that cupping the mic looks really cool and are often unaware that this can not only radically increase the chances of feedback, but it can also drastically change the tonality of a microphone, making them look cool but sound crap. And so Lewitt have thought of that as well and designed the whole W9 capsule assembly to be cupping safe with high tone integrity. Indeed, feedback from the numerous high-flying live engineers who have been beta testing the microphone alongside us claim that feedback from mic cupping really isn't an issue, so live engineers can relax the next time they're working with vocalists with poor microphone techniques. The capsule is also optimised against plosives and moisture, meaning there's less need for a pop shield if you're using one in the studio, and all of this adds up to a microphone with a longer life expectancy due to less wear and tear on the capsule. So how does it sound?
We tried the MTP W950 on a varying selection of sources. Of course, vocals were at the top of the list, and I just grabbed it as it was the nearest microphone to hand to record the vocal for our last live stream intro.
Did you still want to order those butt plugs you had in your cart on Amazon?
What? Shut up. How'd you turn this bloody thing off? They're not even for me. But it also really shined as my new favourite snare drum mic when we recorded Dan Garcia a few months ago in a failed attempt to review the Audient Evo 16.
Don't move the fish! I've just measured it!
Links to the sound files are in the description. We also tried it on a variety of acoustic stringed instruments, and as with all Lewitt mics, it's hugely versatile, and no matter what you put it in front of, if the source is good, then so is the sound that comes out the back of it. It really is a true all-rounder, and with its superb build quality and capsule capable of handling 140 decibels of SPL, you could probably use it to capture the chimes of Big Ben, using the mic on a lead as the clapper.
So, have Lewitt done it again with the MTP W950? In a word, yes. It sounds absolutely fantastic, it's extremely versatile and well built for live or studio use, and we feel it's worthy of its price tag. And we've mentioned this before, but you wouldn't expect a horn section to turn up for a gig without their horns, or a guitarist or bass player to turn up without their guitar or bass. But I can count the number of singers I've worked with that own and carry their own microphone on the fingers of one hand, and I can't really work that out. If I was a singer, I'd damn well want my own mic, rather than having to rely on the venue's crusty SM58 1,000 other people have phlegmed into. So if you're a singer and you don't own a microphone, then check this out. It sounds fantastic, it's supremely versatile on stage, and if you turn up with one of these to a gig and it suits your voice, then you're instantly gonna win the respect of the person behind the mixing desk. It will also serve you admirably in the studio. But even though you can cup the mic, please don't. There is a warning in the quick start guide not to cover any part of the grill, and that includes this bit. Thanks for watching, and you'll see us in the next one.